Do checks and balances exist with Trump in office? According to Vice President Vance, the executive branch should have even more power. Court orders keeping Trump in check be damned. But Trump isn't the only one capable of ignoring court orders. Checks and balances keep the executive, legislative, and judicial branches running fairly, in theory. But President J.D. Vance has been sending not so subtle messages that he sees things differently. According to Vance, the constitutional crisis is not Trump's doing, but the fault of federal judges who stepped in to check him. The Supreme Court, for example, cannot enforce its ruling on its own. The executive branch's law enforcement agencies do that. But Vance suggests that the president can ignore court orders, which is nothing new. President Andrew Jackson ignored an 1832 Supreme Court ruling to carry out the Trail of Tears. President Lincoln was at odds with Chief Justice Roger Taney during the Civil War. After a 2016 investigation, the Department of Justice filed against Alabama's inhumane prison conditions. In 2025, as in other prisons, conditions. Some hoped that court orders enforcing police reform would diminish police violence. But on top of the DOJ rejecting 96% of civil rights cases against cops, the violence continues. After 4 years in Chicago, police fully complied with only 5% of their order. There's irony in morally bankrupt people heading institutions demanding even more power and agency than they already have to violate our rights, agency, and power. If anything, institutional guardrails like court orders haven't done nearly enough to protect us. We all know schools aren't teaching Black history correctly. That's why PushBlack is so important. Will you support truthful, accurate, empowering Black history content with a donation? Click the link in our bio to donate now.